And as you mentioned, among the biggest headlines of the day is Simone Biles' triumphant return to the Games, securing that bronze medal on the balance beam just over a week after stepping away to focus on her mental health. And joining me now to talk about Biles' journey is former U.S. Olympic bronze medalist on the pommel horse, Sasha Artemev. Welcome. Good to have you. Let's talk about Simone Biles. She talked about the Twisties, when your body and your mind connection is off in the midair. Explain what that is and what it's like. I assume you've experienced it before.
I'm sure that every gymnast that has competed or done gymnastics for a very long time at a high level have experienced the Twisties. It's where you're telling yourself you want to do one thing, but your mind and body do another thing. They end up twisting in the air, and that actually can become very dangerous, and you can actually get very hurt.
So describe just the pressure of having the world watching you, the weight of having this one chance at the medal, and just the stress that comes with it.
I think the stress begins with Olympic trials and the whole year leading up to the Olympic Games. Everybody kind of handles it their own way, so every athlete at a high level has to figure out how to deal with it. And I personally, I can't speak for Simone Biles because I don't know what she went through personally, but from my aspect, I was very nervous and stressed out before the Olympic Games, just because it is your whole life's work coming down to a few weeks of competition. And even before that, making the Olympic team, that's even more stressful in my opinion, just because your whole life's work, if you don't make that Olympic team, it's kind of like a letdown. It's a big letdown. It's a big disappointment.
You have to have almost a superhuman threshold for stress and pressure. Biles, like yourself, she's been through so much in her life. She's overcome so many struggles and achieved such great lengths. But she's also talked about how others have perceived her value as a gymnast and not as a whole person. She'll now go down in history, right, as the Olympic champion who put her mental health first. Do you think this is the start of a new era, one in which self-care is celebrated instead of stigmatized?
Yes, I mean, every athlete, I feel like we always say in the gymnastics world, it's 80% physical, and sometimes it's the opposite. It's actually 80% mental and 20% physical in the sport. So you can be as ready as possible physically, you can do a million routine, but then when you raise your hand and you're on the floor, everything could come to a crashing halt because you're not mentally ready or prepared to compete. So I feel like athletes in general, from my point of view, like I saw a sports psychologist for a very long time before I went to the 2008 Beijing Olympics, and it definitely made me more prepared mentally on how to handle pressure and how to handle certain situations that I was not prepared for.
And Aaron mentioned this before. Do you think this is the last time we'll see Simone Biles in the Olympics?
I don't know. Like, I cannot speak for Simone Biles. I have my own athlete, Yul Moldauer, and I know he's going for another Olympics possibly. So I don't know what Simone Biles' plans are at the moment, but I'm sure a lot of her fans would love to see her go on.
Either way, it opened up this really important conversation about mental health. Sasha, thank you so much for joining us.
Thank you.